Let me compose myself. I'm used to music starting, so
I'm sorry, being late.
It's okay. It's okay. Are you ready? You good?
I am ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna say your name again.
Okay.
Okay. Armaya.
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 Yes.
I'm saying it right?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Okay. All right. We good. We're ready to go. All right. Welcome to another episode of It's Late Boston. I am your host, Show, and today I am joined with Amaya.
Yes.
She owns a content agency.
Yes.
Also, you're a content creator. I see you all over town. You know, ever since we met each other over at, I think it was, what was it?
Boston.
Was it Living Out Boston over at, No Station? Was it No? No.
Faneuil Hall.
Faneuil Hall. I always forget those names. So, nice to finally meet you. I know we met each other in a crowded area and everything like that. So, how have you been? What's going on?
Been busy.
Been busy? Yeah. So, I saw that maybe Wu came over to the Chinatown?
Yes.
Was it today or early this week?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
But she went twice already.
She went twice. Okay, so what's the connection there? Because I saw you there and everything. I saw your stories and all that. I just want to know, you're Indonesian, so what's the connection there?
I think the connection is truly everyone is connected to Mayoru because we live in Boston.
Yeah.
But I think personally, I admire Mayoru.
And why is that?
I think I like the way she runs Boston.
Okay.
And I like the way she gives the opportunity for everybody and then make Boston for everyone. And I feel like I'm an immigrant and I'm from Indonesia. And there is not a lot of Indonesian, community in Boston. So me being in the community, in the Black community, in the Chinese community, the Vietnamese community, they are open and they welcome me.
Okay.
So I think that's part of the Mayoru campaign with her program.
With inclusion and everything. Yeah.
So I think I admire her, and also she's from she's Asian and I'm Asian, so I feel like there's a strong connection in there. And then I've studied her story about when she's providing her family, her mom, her sister, and I'm also providing my family. So it's strong connection in there.
I see that. You're an immigrant, so I'm an immigrant also. I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
So I wasn't born.
Are you Muslim?
No.
Okay. Nigerian.
Yeah. Muslim is definitely one of the big religions over there. I actually grew up Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing as Christianity. Ain't no real difference. You know what I'm saying? But since you and I are both immigrants and you came here from Indonesia, when did you get here?
31st December in 2017. So
so you're brand new, Okay.
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
Yes.
Were you speaking English before,
No.
or so you
So
learned
I
here?
studied English in 2016.
Okay.
So one year before I came to Boston.
1 year before you came to
Yeah.
Boston.
So 7 years.
And so how was that transition? So I don't need to know your age or nothing like that, but obviously, how was that transition from Indonesia to coming to especially a place like Boston where there's a lot of different communities? How did you figure out how to make network and work for everything?
So I came here because I wanted to pursue my master's degree.
Okay.
I got scholarship from the government, Indonesian government. So when I came here, I had zero English, zero knowledge, limited English. So when I came here, when I got the scholarship, and I decided that I wanted to be the best student. So in the first 2-3 years, I was focusing on my study. So every day, I studied English. I talked to different people. I don't speak my Indonesian language. I didn't speak Indonesian at all, except to my mom. Yeah, I didn't have any Indonesian friends. I told my Indonesian friends, I'm sorry, I really want to speak English because at the time I was in my master's degree. I wasn't even in my master's degree at the time. I did a program called Pathways. So in that Pathways program, they teach you how to speak, how to read for graduate school, how to read as a graduate school student, and how to listen to graduate student as a graduate student. So I had 8 months to study before my master's degree. I did that program just to be able to prepare me for my master's degree.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be the best. And then outside of study, I went on a date. So I think at the time In the first 4 months, I went on like 40 dates.
40 dates?
Yeah.
What like different types of men? Or just to figure out, just to get English
Just
down?
studying English.
Hold on. So you was using dates.
Say I'm not using them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Hold on, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you were using the dates as a way for you to know how to communicate.
I think I was experiencing how to date an American man.
Yeah.
And, trying to get to know the culture, because at the time I believed that.
How'd that go? And what type of men would you date? Because obviously everybody has their type and their preference.
Like what in terms of?
As in like the type of gentleman were you interested in that you were allowed to get you going on?
Well, at the time I didn't know. Like,
you just meeting them, right?
I came to Boston, and then people said, like, at the time it was Tinder, and then it was OkCupid.
Oh, you were all over the apps.
Hinge was not there, and Bumble was not there. Well, Bumble was there, but. And also,
you're a pro.
No. But also in my school, as an international student, like our professor told us, you need to do research paper about America. So it could be plantation, it could be slavery, it could be anything.
Any subject.
So I chose online dating. So my research paper was how, to differentiate between dating in Indonesia and America. So like I need to have that experience. So I interviewed them.
You interview your dates? How? How did that go down?
No, they didn't know at the time. But,
so you was just in conversation.
At the time, I had to be honest, because it has to be recorded.
Yeah, of course.
It has to be like.
So you would meet them and be like, hey, do you mind if I record this?
Yeah, but it was like guys for number like 39, 40.
Oh, older gentlemen. Okay,
Yeah.
So you're not into young boys at all.
No, I mean 39. Like I said, the 40s guys.
Okay,
like
yeah.
Like the first date, second time, I was just like practicing my English.
Okay.
But when it comes to like third month, fourth month, we just like 40 dates.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, listen to me. I'm doing my research, and would you want to be my sources?
My sources. That's great. So, all right, good. Okay, so you were using them as a little science project.
Experiencing.
Yeah. Like I said, science project. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Hey, we all do it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Were these different nationality of men, or was this a certain type that you were into?
I think it was. I believe most of them are like white men, and a Brazilian.
Okay.
Italian.
All right.
I'm from Indonesia. I just want to be open here. In my culture, like most of people in Indonesia, we didn't really expose for Black culture.
Yeah.
I was ignorant, and I love hip hop music, R&B. Like I listened to it in Indonesia. I was a dancer in Indonesia, so I used all 50 Cent song. But I didn't know about
the culture itself.
Until my program actually taught me about plantation, slavery, etc., etc. So like the first 4 months, I had no idea.
You had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
So you came here from Indonesia completely blind to what was going on.
Yeah.
With the Black Americans.
Yeah.
And just the history that we had.
I was thought that Black people at the time was the stereotype of Black people.
Of course. Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
It was in your head, and it was in your mind. And then you're kind of like afraid every time you meet,
Black people. Yeah.
Until, even though at the time in my class we studied slavery,
it's different. We actually meet them.
They thought we studied like we watch what is actually happening, back then.
Oh, okay. It's slavery times.
Yeah, we studied slavery, and then our professor showed us like videos of plantation, and we were crying in the class. But even though we studied, but we didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Until George Floyd. That was my personal
first experience of seeing that.
I said, this is wrong.
Yeah.
And I studied Black culture, and I feel like there's a connection between Indonesian culture and Black culture.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to ask you, I've been on the scene for a while. And I started seeing you a few years ago.
Okay.
In certain spots. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. I mean, I don't know who she is, but
this
little Asian girl, like, what's going on? So, but when I met you over at Faneuil Hall, and through our mutual friend Jessica, whatever, and just seeing how you guys rapport, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then we followed each other on the gram, and I started seeing more of the stuff that you did, that you sang, and you're in all the Black spaces.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, how did you, insert yourself into the culture? And now that you're obviously in the culture, what is your perception of it since you've been integrated or accepted in, I guess you could say?
Personally, I cannot speak on behalf of other people, but black culture,
your experience.
Yeah, black culture is very beautiful.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a strong connection.
Similarities,
like a family oriented.
Yes.
Okay, like for example, my ex was Haitian, and
a lot of love on Haitian dudes.
like tons of them. But then his family showed like his family very family oriented.
Okay.
So like when I see that, this is similar to my culture.
Yeah.
Like it's not like other people where 17 you have to get out of your house, but you can still, even though you're 30.
You can still stay at home.
At home,
the moms ain't gonna kick you out.
Exactly. So like that's how even my sister, when she got married, she lived with my parents. So like it's
even when she got married.
At that time, because we have like house, and then my mom was alone.
Okay, I got you.
My mom is getting old. My father is getting old. So like sometime at that time, but now she lives with her husband. But it's just like a similarity, and then I think that the resilient.
Yeah. Okay.
When I see it, like you guys are
strong-willed,
stronger, and then very creative. And when I see, when we analyze about like especially in sport culture, like most of the time are
athletes
coming from
what? I mean what? No, you gotta say that. I'm not saying it. You gotta say it. Yeah.
And then you guys are just like, in my opinion, based on my personal opinion, very, strong and then persistent and
in what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you want it, I have to do it, and then you will find a way to get where you are if you want to, because you believe it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. It's worth it. Yeah.
And I came from the poor families. Like I can relate it. So like I can relate, the similarity, but it just, when you feel it, when you study it, like when you see what's going on, and then you feel like, okay, this is what it's right.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like, okay, you learn and then you adapt, and they love me. Like they.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Meaning like they're open.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
They're welcome. It's like I'm comfortable with them. They don't judge me. You know what I mean? They're
open arms.
They're open arms.
Yeah.
Like I feel like comfortable. So like okay.
That was my experience also. Obviously, Nigerian culture is kind of similar to the Indonesian culture. Most immigrant cultures are pretty similar in certain things.
Yeah.
Your family oriented and all of that. And when I came here, my experience, was the first time. I mean, obviously, black people, but black people in Africa are very different from black people here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So my experience was just a culture shock of certain things that they did that we didn't do as Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. But I fell in love with that African American culture. You know what I'm saying? Even so to the point where you will barely ever hear me speak my language. But I can speak it fluently.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Most of my friends are Haitian too. You know what I'm saying? Most of my friends are Haitian too.
You dance compa too?
They try to make me learn. I won't learn it.
It's really funny because I can't dance compa, even though I have no idea what it was.
You can dance it?
Yeah, I can.
Well, similar, isn't it a little bit? Yeah, yes. It's similar to mine too, but I just choose to like, when it comes like, all my friends will be like, oh, why won't you learn Creole? I'm like, no, I have my own language. Nothing against learning other people's language, but I'm like, I'm not, even though I'm fluent in my language and I don't speak it enough, I'm not going to take up just your language just because we're boys. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you got yours, I'm going to keep mine, we cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's the dancing Copeland thing. I just was like, nah.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, nah, I don't want to.
You love Afrobeat more.
Yeah, I gotta stay true. It's all day.
I love all of them.
But you know what's funny though about the Amapiano, and it's just over the years, I don't know because I'm getting older, but like I can't keep up with the dance moves.
Oh my god.
It's too many. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do my little two-step, you know what I'm saying, and just enjoy myself. Obviously the beat and everything is all I need.
I just love it. It's just beautiful and they're very creative.
Very vibey, you know what I'm saying? Good vibes, you can play it anywhere.
Yeah.
I play it at work. I'm a carpenter. I'm not doing this, and I play it at work. Even the white boys love it, because they might not understand the language, but the sound, it feels really good to the soul.
Amapiano is very famous in Bali too.
Oh, really? Okay. All
Not like in Jakarta side, but in Bali because it's touristy.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to explain Indonesia to me.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at Indonesia,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Give me the layout of what's going on.
This is Indonesia.
Okay.
Can you guess how many islands in this country?
Whoa. I'm thinking Indonesia is one place. There's multiple islands. So
this is Indonesia.
Okay.
So I'm just asking you, can you guess how
I cannot. No, I want to say maybe five.
Islands.
Five? Okay, cool.
It's 18,000.
18,000 what?
18,000 islands.
In one place?
In a country.
18,000 islands in...
Yes, and Bali is one of them.
Whoa.
And I was from Sumatra. It's a different island in Bali.
Okay.
We have a...
What's the distance, like coverage distance here?
So we are...
Is it all in a clump, or is this just like stacked out like this?
So a lot of islands. So like you have to travel with airplanes.
Yeah. Oh, to get from island to island. Okay. You can't take a boat maybe like that? Oh, you could.
You could, but if you want to go to Martha's Vineyard, for example, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 18,000 islands. I think for about, don't quote me, but I think 7,000 is still like empty, and the other are
occupied.
Occupied. And we have probably, I believe, so like more than hundreds ethnicity, and then traditional languages.
Okay.
Because each island has their
its own thing. So how do you guys stay unified then?
It's actually our motto. So even though we are different, but we are united.
Okay.
I think based on our founding fathers, the first president was like really smart in, because it's separated, right?
Yeah.
But I think our founding fathers were smart to like listen, even though we are so far from each other. But Indonesian culture is very beautiful that we have to be united. And most of us are, I think 90%, maybe like more than 80% are Muslim. So like there's like a rules of norms that Indonesia teaches the citizen. For example, you have to respect each other. You have to be polite. You have to respect like elders.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
So like those like values that we value since we were born as a child. It's still in your.
It's in your core. It's who you are. No matter where you go.
But the thing is, there's one province called Papua. So that island is full of Indonesian that has a dark skin.
Okay.
So it's like same look
like me. Okay.
Yeah. So many people don't know that.
Yeah, because most of the time you see guys who look like you.
Yeah. So like we also have the people who look like you in the east part of Indonesia. Okay. And that's also like what makes it like okay. I'm not really surprised about like meeting, but people when I learn
it's just
about the culture because Indonesia has it.
Okay.
So like it's not about the skin.
No.
It's about who you are. And how you treat people.
Yeah.
And are you compassionate enough? Yeah. Are you kind? So I think that to me personally that's the most important thing. I don't care about any other color.
Okay. When you first came, you were talking about for research. You were dating research-wise white men, and then you said you dated mostly Haitian. So what was it?
Not mostly Haitian.
I'm just saying.
I just had one boyfriend. It happened. He was Haitian.
Yeah, it happens to be
Haitian. And after I was like, what are you? I'm Haitian. Wait a second. I thought he was Asian. I know Haiti was Haiti.
Yeah.
Because we learned in school at the time, like when there's like an NGO that had a problem in Haiti.
Yeah.
So I studied that. Most of Indonesian didn't study that. So I was just like grateful to like experience what happened in the world outside of my country. Yeah. So when he said like, oh, I'm Asian. Wait a second. Like, are you Asian? Are you so dark? I'm Haitian. I'm from Haiti. Oh, from Haiti.
Okay.
Yeah, all in one person.
Okay.
Enough.
And that's like you there. She was like, hey, listen, man. All my drinks, they all say the same thing. It's okay. It's either Haitian or Nigerian. Together.
I was pulling your leg.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, he wasn't Nigerian, so I'm not offended. All my boys, see, I told y'all Haitian dudes, y'all explain to me. It's all right. They know what they be doing. You know what I'm saying? But let's quick little pivot. You started your business when?
Last year, March 2024.
What was the decision to come into the social content?
I've been working as a social media manager for the past 5 years professionally.
Okay.
Since I was in school. So
Since college years?
Since I was in my master's.
Yeah, master's.
So my major was public relations, but I changed to social media because I see the opportunity.
Your major was what originally?
Public relations.
Oh, public relations? Okay.
Yeah. But, I studied public relations since I was an undergraduate. And then I switched my major to social media because I know this is gonna be the future of
the world. Yeah.
And I studied that, and I worked at Northeastern University, and then I worked for TikTok, and then I worked for a pasta company. So it was like 3.5 years, and I was able to get a sponsorship from this company so that I can stay in America. But last year, I lost my 9 to 5.
Okay.
And when I lost my 9 to 5, that means I would lose my sponsorship as well.
Yeah,
visa. Then the visa. Right? Yeah. So like my lawyer told me you need to, find a new employer, but in 3 months. If not, that you have to leave the country. And then we did a research for like 3 months, and then just one night there's an article saying that you actually qualify to sponsor your own visa if you have a company.
Oh.
So I created Ayamra Media LLC, and then I sponsor myself.
That's beautiful. Congrats. That's divine investing, honestly. Because now you are self-made. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for how many years? 3-4 years now.
For business, 2 years.
2 years.
Almost 2 years, but the overall social media professional experience is 5 years.
You do a lot of BTS stuff, and also you've done a lot of content stuff, around like 15,000 pieces of work, something like that. How did that 100-day challenge, whatever, why did you decide to take that on?
Oh, so it was a real science study.
Okay.
That the challenge worked.
Did it?
Yeah. For everyone who is taking the challenge, it works.
Explain to people what the 100-day challenge was and what it was for you and what you were trying to accomplish with that.
To me, the 100-day challenge is, at a time, if you see my content is it's a multiple. Like I'm singing.
Yeah.
I'm also a business owner. I'm also a content creator. I'm also a part-time influencer.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I wanted to launch my company, Ayamra Media, I needed to show people that I am the biggest owner that owns Ayamra Media in the social media agency, in the social media world.
Yeah.
So like, how am I gonna do that? I did a 100-day challenge to tell people about this is what I'm doing by starting to tell people this is who I am, how, when, and where, with that 100 challenge content that got me for about like 1,000 followers almost. In 3 months.
In 3 months.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, same like when you want to challenge yourself, like, I want to lose weight, for example.
Yeah.
If you're consistent,
you would definitely lose weight.
So like, challenge works.
What's your motivation? Because you're living in a town where, we're not separate, but we're not together. In a sense of there's a lot of unification, definitely, but you can also feel, the strain sometimes. In a sense of communities and stuff like that. Like I said, you're from the Indonesian community. We don't really, mesh. Not like it's a bad vibe, but we're not in the same spaces when it comes to blacks and Asians all the time. So, and you're in the black spaces all the time, especially with your content. I know you do a bunch of other things too, but when you're in these spaces or you're having conversations with people of your culture, what is the conversation like about you being in the black culture?
I just started with my family.
Oh, okay.
They're like, for the first time I saw, I showed my ex pictures. I'm sorry, I'm just bringing my ex because
it's
like it is just a real world.
Real situation.
Yeah. So my mom asking me,
life. This is all experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's your boyfriend, etc., etc. And then they told me we wanted to get married, but it didn't happen. So I showed.
You want to marry a Haitian man? He almost got you. He almost got you.
I'm just lucky. I'm pregnant.
Oh yeah. Yo, guys, you man. Listen. No, that's crazy.
You know, only Asian men say I love you in the second date.
It's second date. They do not hesitate. They gonna throw everything at you.
All of these is gonna hate you.
They know what they do. They know.
Anyway, so I showed his picture, and then my mom was like, and my niece, she was 12, 13 years old. Auntie, are you sure? Why is it so tough? Why
it's so dark?
I was like, if you say something bad about my boyfriend anymore, I'm not gonna say any money. So nah.
I bet she was real quick. Never mind. My bad.
And then my mom like, my mom called me running my first time, and then my mom like, I saw your Instagram. You always with black people. Like, do you like black people? Like, how it was my mom? So now I'm teaching my family. I'm teaching my family now about black culture.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, it's not about skin. As long as they're kind, why not? And then most of my black friends, they're very nice.
Yeah.
And then my family now are open.
Yeah, they come to understand.
But every day I'm actually showing them things, and every day I'm teaching them, just in case I'm.
Yeah, No, I totally understand, because even in the Nigerian culture back home, there's a stigma of how African Americans are.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stereotype, like you said, that's everybody in the world knows that. At least that's what they think that African American culture is. But it's one thing for me to be black and have that mentality, but I want to know, why is the black thing such a big deal in all the cultures? Yeah.
It's because first, I cannot speak again on behalf of our country, but in my country, we don't study.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's Chris Brown on TV, there's 50 Cent on TV, but we don't know who they are.
Okay.
We don't know their culture. We just know. Can you believe when I was, I think, 14, 13 years old, I know 50 Cent got shot, and everybody was talking about it. But we didn't know about the culture.
Okay.
But we know because at that time, I listened to hip hop.
Yeah.
So I was in a hip hop community. So if you were in certain places in Indonesia, there's a hip hop community because they love it. So we have Indonesian rapper. We have Indonesian breakers. I was a dancer, so like my friends were like in a hip hop community. We listen, but we don't really know who you are.
What's going on? Yeah.
We don't know about slavery. We don't know about Malcolm X. We didn't know all that.
So
I would say sometimes this is again real, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but sometimes some of my friends, they said N-words, and I had to be very carefully. Please stop that. Even though you say it in your country, in our country, but
so they do say nigga over there.
Because
it's cultural. Yeah, the music and everything.
They see it on TV.
On TV, the music and
they didn't know if it was wrong.
Why do you feel them saying nigga is wrong?
Because I know the truth.
Okay.
Because I know it was not. I know I couldn't say it, so I know they don't know. So they just kind of following what's going on. They just don't know. Yeah, so I understand. But as a friend, you don't have to say that.
You don't have to say. Okay, yeah, that's good.
How am I gonna say that? Just to say, to go call them. Yeah.
Are they more, now that your family is understanding the black culture more, are they more accepting and seeing and understanding?
I think when they see I'm comfortable with it, they're comfortable with it.
Okay, and see, like I said, you're in a lot of black spaces and everything. Everybody's pretty much getting to know you in the city. How have you?
It's really easy to find me.
Yeah, it's really. You stand out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good thing. You're a singer. I've seen you singing all over the place. Is that a learned thing that you love to do?
No, I never learned how to sing. I sang since I was 9 years old, and it was a gift from God.
Okay.
So the first song that I sang was Celine Dion, and then Whitney Houston.
Celine Dion, and then because I heard you with them pipes, and I was like, look. I mean, nobody knows what a singer looks like, but I was just shocked to see that you have such range. And so is that over time practice? Are you learn all the songs?
I never learned how to sing.
Never. You just pick up the mic and just got to it.
It was just, innate talent. It was a gift from God. That He's gave me this, and then this is how we live, and then this is how we're gonna get money. This is how we're gonna get to people. This is how we're gonna network.
Okay.
So it's His plan that I've never learned how to sing. Only one time when I was in Indonesian Idol. So if you know American Idol, I was the
Contestant?
finalists of
Finalists. Oh, congrats. That's what's up. I mean, look at you.
24 Indonesian Idols, the top 24 singers in my country in 2010. So that's where I learned how to, like they teach you about vocalization because you have to live on TV.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't learn. I never learned how.
Okay, all right. Now you said somewhere that you love Boston. What's the magnet for Boston?
That Boston was the first city that I've visited. That I came in America. It was the first one. Like someone told me, my boss told me, "Who gave you scholarship? Go to Boston." It's because this is funny. This is all connected. If you want to know, Indonesia has we hosted a jazz festival.
A jazz festival.
Jazz festival where jazz players all over the world, America, Europe, came to Indonesia.
Why?
Indonesian loves jazz.
So jazz is big in Indonesia. Okay.
It's a genre where middle and high class people.
Yeah. Everybody can vibe to jazz. It's real cool. Yeah.
So we have a jazz festival every year. I think it was in March.
Wow.
Right. So like Eric Benet,
they all come to Indonesia?
Yeah, David Foster. Those are, I know them because the connection that I have in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So I think 7 years ago, before I came here, I couldn't speak English. So there's a jazz community and a lot of black players because they're players, saxophone, singers, and I couldn't speak English. So like every time people come to me, and I ran away to the bathroom because I couldn't answer a question.
Oh.
And then my boss told me, you should go to, you should get your master's degree. Where? Australia. But I told him I couldn't speak English. Study. So like the day after, I told him like, can you, is it true that you want to pay for my school? And he said yes. But I couldn't speak English. Can you, pay for my school? Because I was poor, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So I studied English from that jazz festival until the next year jazz festival. It was a lot of black players. I would just go in and then talk to them. And because I wanted to speak English.
Yeah.
Like, hi, how are you?
It was good practice.
Yeah, and then my boss told me, go to Boston. I think Boston is just a place because he saw the differences between me before studying English to study English. Now I am going forward. I'm going towards the people who want to speak English.
You're making a connection on your own.
Yeah, so I'm, Maurice Brown from New York, the Grammy Awards. He's my friend, so we met. And then Ethan, I forgot. He's a saxophone from Boston. He was in my country.
Okay.
So when my boss sees me, saw me with this players from America, among black players, and then said, you know what, go to Boston. So that's the connection from my background, how why Boston, and Boston gave me the opportunity. The people, the place I live. It's just, I love it.
I feel you on that. I came to Boston also. This was the first place I ever came to. And it took me, I landed in New York, but this is where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So, Boston is pretty much what I knew for a long time. And same thing, that's how I felt. I lived in Roxbury. I actually lived all over. I lived over in South Boston. I lived in Revere, went there for a while. You know what I'm saying? Then I moved over here to the South Shore, and I lived over in Milton and all over the areas. And I just love the community. Yeah, I love Roxbury. I'm a Roxbury boy now. You know what I'm saying? All the way. It's just the diversity is what I love mostly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I can go over the bridge and find different types of foods. I know if I go to Mattapan, I got good Haitian food. You know what I'm saying? I know if I go to Malden, I'm gonna get some good Spanish food or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything's kind of within reach. Now that you're kind of integrated in the communities that are in Boston, what's your goal for your company and where do you want to see yourself in a few years?
My goal is really to help people who want to elevate their content game. I know Boston supports small business, right? And then a lot of small business owners, they don't have time to do social media. Some of them probably don't know how to use social media, right? So like I'm here really to, giving my service for everyone who don't have time to do social media,
Okay.
who need help for social media, and I want help their business.
To get it off the ground and everything. Right?
And through the stories, through story, I love storytelling. I tell my stories, all the time, and I want to be able to help business owners to tell their stories through content creation.
Okay, that's good. Before we get out of here, what is one advice that you give people who are starting, who want to start their own business or own content agency?
Yeah.
What's one advice that you would give them? So
I would say first, really just do it.
Okay.
Right? So if you
just start, right?
just start. When you said that you want to do a content creation, you cannot be great, or you cannot just all of a sudden head in a company. But if you know that you want it to be content creation, or best influencer in Boston, you need to create a tremendous amount of content that you have to prove people that yes,
they have to buy into you.
Yeah. Because you cannot claim something that this is mine if you don't even know how to do it. Right? So I think just do it. Don't stop. Probably a lot of struggles, distractions. If you just focus on your goal and then writing everything down in paper and manifest it, and then just focus on you. Don't listen to other people, noise. I think you will be fine.
Fantastic. Thank you, Amaya.
Thank you so
I appreciate
much.
you for coming through. This is really good to finally meet you officially. You know what I'm saying? You were cool.
I don't know if you want to censor some of it, but
Not censor. What? This is the whole point. It's like, boss, we don't censor shit. This is also the most PC I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? But I realize, you're a businesswoman, so I have to come at you a little different than I normally would. But thank you for coming.
Thank you so
You were
much.
great. Until next. Oh, please let them know where they can find you and reach out to you and stuff like that.
So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Armaya Doremi. ARMAYADOREMI. So Do Re Mi Fa Sol Si Do.
And on that note, we gonna holler at y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
All right.